Hi there, you clicked on this video because you saw the title. How do you invest in your TSP and you're new to the military? My name's Claudia and I'm a Ramsey coach. I am a Ramsey certified master coach and my job is to help people become nicely retired, I guess you could say. Nicely retired is a great way of saying wealthy. So how do you become that? Saving money, we all know that. One thing that was not explained to you, and hopefully your recruiter did explain to you, you have a wealth building tool. It's called TSP, your Thrift Savings Plan. Your Thrift Savings Plan has a 5% match. Thrift Savings Plan is considered a 401k. One thing that maybe was explained to you, maybe it was not, you do have a 5% match that the federal government will give you if you put in 5%. So imagine someday you stay in, say you're at 10 years in, and you're making enough money to go 15% on your paycheck. You're going 15% and there's another 5%. So that means you're investing 20%. That is amazing. So that is how you can get to your lifelong dreams of retiring nicely. And maybe you're going to retire so young, you could do something else and it's just peanuts for fun. Now, living in San Diego, I'm pretty familiar with all the branches of the military and growing up in San Diego. So I'm going to go over something that's super important. I see it and I see how people retire and they didn't even know that they had that TSP available and they still haven't rolled it over. So I've been helping a lot of retired people that got out of the military retrieve that 401k because they didn't realize the money was there and they have to roll it over somewhere else. That'll be a different video. So today I'm going to go over something super important with you. How to go over your TSP. When you became a new employee, you received a code. It's like an 8-digit code if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. It's been quite a long time. When you get that 8-digit code, it's a way to log in to Thrift Savings Plan at tsp.gov. There's also an app. But I'm going to give you some advice before we even begin. The app is great and it should only be utilized if you're overseas, you're on a mission and you want to check your balance. It gives you that great feeling inside to see that balance go up because you're doing something great for your country and you're probably getting paid peanuts. And at the same time, you're getting wealthier as the days go on while you're sitting there, wherever you are in the middle of nowhere, wherever you are. You see this balance and it makes you feel a little bit better about why you're doing what you do. And let's begin. So I'm going to go over your TSP. Once you have that code, you're inside into the system and it's going to show you your balance and you're thinking, how do I even have a balance? Because sometimes the recruiter will allow you to start your paperwork then and you might have filled out like you want to put in 1-2% in your TSP. Sometimes it's at 0. It's okay. We're going to start from scratch. You're going to go to change investments. And when you click on change investments, this pop-up will come up and it gives you 3 options. So you're going to go towards the left-hand side that says change your investment mix. And then you click on get started. It'll ask if you want to change your old and your new. If you're at 0, then you're going to click the one that says new allocations because you have 0 in there. If you have another balance in there because the recruiter had you fill something out and it was investing, then you're going to click on that. Whatever you had it invested in, forget about it. As a Ramsey coach, I follow Ramsey Corporation. I follow what can help every, pension plan because I have to advise people on how to help them at least with baby step 4, which is investing 15% in your 401k. So I have to get at least to that part. I'm not a stockbroker by any means. I'm not a trader. So no offense, I wouldn't want to be, but I do know how to invest in the federal system. So that's super important. That being stated, let's move forward. Your allocations, according to Dave Ramsey, for you to become wealthy, if you decide to stay 20 years, is going to be as follows. Your C should be at, you see how there's percentages all the way at the bottom? And it says C, S, I, F, and it gives you all those other options. You're going to place your C at 80%. You're going to place your S at 10% and your I at 10%. Why these allocations? So I'm going to explain it to you as easy as possible. The C is considered your large cap. So those are the large corporations that are publicly traded in the United States. Your S is considered your small cap. Those are the smaller corporations that are also publicly traded in the United States. So when I say large cap, I'm referring to Google, Apple, these huge giants. And when you look at your I says international fund. You're right. You are investing in international trade. Why? Why would you want to do that? I hear a lot of people have CNS only. CNS was the old way. Now, 2024, Dave explained during an interview why he has the I. The I is because it will balance out your portfolio. That's what they call this. It will balance it out when, say, the United States market is not doing great and we're plummeting. The I comes in and takes over and kind of creates this really beautiful balance. And I heard somebody explain this. It's kind of like making Thanksgiving dinner if you've never made it. Once you put the turkey in, stop checking on it so many times. You don't have to do that. It's the same thing with your 401k. Once you put something in the microwave, right? You're not going to check it like 1,000 times. You put it in there and you just wait till it starts beeping. So your TSP is exactly the same way. I'm helping you allocate it to the point where you set it, forget it. Don't get analysis paralysis and don't check it every month, every day. Not necessary, because the stock market will go up and down and it'll have its ups and downs and its highs and lows. So once you have it set up at CS and I, now you move forward to how much will you be deducting from your check. If you're new to the military, you're an E1, E2, and when you get out of the academy, you might be at an E3. So you're not making a lot of money, and it's okay. It's normal, but you can still make money while you sleep with your TSP. So to begin, I recommend a 1%, at least one, because you don't know how much 1% is going to be taken out of your check if you're living off base, on base, if you receive BAQ, BAH, if you don't. So do the 1% for now. Now, as I explained earlier, the federal government matches up to 5. So as we continue, if you're living, say, you're on a submarine, you're on a boat, you actually don't need too much money to live because you're already supplied a lot of your housing allowances. This is where you can go up to 5. Now, when you log on, you're going to see that it gives you 2 options. There's a Roth TSP and a TSP. So right now you're just investing in your TSP. I'll explain the Roth TSP later. You can do that through your epp.gov. So when you have that, you're going to be placing at least up to 5%. I want it in your TSP because the government will match your 5%. Now, there's also another option which can make you wealthier in a different way. The federal government offers a Roth TSP. In the past few years, they offer the Roth TSP, and this is an even better. It ups the ante because it already gets taxed up front. So you're going to get to the point someday where you can go above 5. So first you start out with 1%. And then as the months go on, you see how much it's taking away from your check. If you're comfortable, increase it to 2. If you're comfortable, increase it to 3%. If you're comfortable, then increase it to 4%. And then so on and so forth. So on TSP.gov, you're just doing your allocations. Save it and forget it. Now, if you're out to sea, if you're on a mission, download the TSP app. They do have an app, so that way you can check your balance in 3 months. And I recommend you do it quarterly. That's what they call it, every 3 months. So that way you can see how much the increments are going on. And like I said, the stock market will rise and fall. Don't listen to the naysayers that say, the stock market's going to crash. You got to change your money. No. Please, there's nothing worse than hearing people do that. You're not a stock trader, and neither is anyone that works with you in the military service in that branch. So please do not do this. Your TSP is not to be played with. You have a wealth building tool. I am teaching you how to make a lot of money, so please do not touch this. Once it's set, you will never have to change it again. Now, there's going to be a lot of arguments as to you heard somebody say that, our stock market's going to drop, so you shouldn't have it allocated that way. Look, if you look back, please read on it, look at the crashes, and understand that those are all very common, and that is why this is set with the I. That'll be a different video. Today, we're just going to help you on getting allocated. So I'm just going to help you on that only. So once you set that, you're done. Then you go to epp.gov. And when you're in EPP, what you're going to be doing is that is where you allocate the percentage that gets taken out of your check. On EPP, there's a little button there that says your TSP. You're going to be clicking on there, TSP allocations. And when you log on, it gives you it's self-service. So you click on self-service, and then it's going to ask you your percentage. So you can put a dollar amount in that little square or a percentage. You're going to go ahead, and this is where you do your either 1%, and then you see after a paycheck, when you get paid on the 1st and the 15th, you get to see how much it's taking out. And then when you're looking at your statement, at your LES, it's going to state on there how much it's taking out for your TSP. So when you're doing that, that gives you a good base on, okay, you know what? I'm comfortable how much it's taking out. I can go up to 5 while I'm on a 6-month Westpac. I can go up to 5% because I'm not going to be utilizing any of my money to spend anyway, unless if you're a spender, online, which I don't suggest you do. This is the best time while you're out on a mission to be making the most amount of money. Now, if, say, you're new, then you get deployed somewhere, and you're going to have to be gone for 6 months, and you know this, 5% should be going into TSP. And here's your bonus. You have Roth TSP, and it says on there when you're in self-serve, create your Roth TSP account. The Roth TSP is like the twin sister of the TSP. The only difference with the Roth is it actually pre-taxes you. So it taxes you up front. You can't escape 2 things. I always tell my kids, death and taxes. So what we're going to do here is after you're up to your 5 and you see you're comfortable and you could go a little bit higher. Remember, you're putting in 5, the government will put in 5. So now you have 5 and 5, 10% automatically. So now you have more money going in, but once you've gone up to 5 on TSP, the rest of your allocations should be in Roth TSP. So open up that Roth. You're going on a 6 months Westpac. Hard to say. When you're doing that, you can actually open your Roth and change your Roth. And say you're comfortable with putting in 5% in Roth TSP. So now you have 10% while you're out on a Westpac making money. And the 5% on the Roth TSP, which will be another video I'm going to have to create. I think I have a short somewhere in there, so you might be able to click on the Roth TSP. Because it's pre-taxed, one day you're going to retire. And I really suggest you never touch this money. But when you do, the Roth TSP has already been pre-taxed. So normally when you touch a 401k for anything under the age, according to the IRS, of 59 and a half, you will be taxed penalty fees. So if you're not 59 and a half, you're going to pay Uncle Sam. And you're going to pay Uncle Sam, say on your TSP side, if it's only a TSP account because you don't want to do a Roth because your buddy told you that it's not a good idea. Okay, so say you ended up cashing it out because you needed money. You end up paying a 27% plus the taxes on it. So you pay a fee up front, plus you have to pay taxes when you file your taxes. With the Roth TSP, if you wait till 59 and a half, it's already been taxed, so you're not going to pay your tax fee and you're not going to pay penalty fees. And that's what we're going for here. So these are easy steps for you to become wealthy in your wealth building tools. I'm sorry this video is so long, but you really can't make a short on this, and you really can't try and shortcut you. You're the one serving, you're the one putting in the hard work, and it's time that these videos get made so that way you can start seeing your money go a long way. Now, if your recruiter didn't tell you, I personally recommend that you stay 20 years because I know for a fact you're going to make so much money. There's no such thing as the grass is greener on the other side. Just choose something that you love and you're passionate about. If you can't stay 20, then click on the short that says what to do when you retire as a federal employee and how to roll over your 401k. Your TSP, your thrift savings plan, is a wealth building tool if no one had ever told you. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for serving our country. You make me proud. Don't forget, do a good deed.